Hey guys, so I have a question for you. What's the difference between working out and training? For me, I've actually been reading this awesome book by my friend. Well, I don't think he's my friend, but I think I'm his friend, right? Pavel Tatsulin, Kettlebell, Simple and Sinister. I've talked about this book with you guys a couple times, and he makes a great distinction in the book, saying that there's a difference between working out and training. And he actually said that in Russian, they don't have a word for working out. The closest word is one that means training, and it means to recharge. So most people think about, and my background as a rower definitely taught me to say that it doesn't count as a workout unless you're throwing up at the end. And that's where most people are, right? Especially people who've played a competitive sport. My wife was a competitive soccer player in high school, and she said that she remembers all these times of preseason training and just having shin splints and just feeling like garbage because she was so beat up. And that became the equation of a good workout, was like you got to feel like you're totally dead by the end of it. And even more, you got to feel like you're totally dead all day after it. And so I know I fell into that trap. I know many of my friends and teammates fell into that trap, and many other folks have fallen into that trap. Maybe you have too. So we in America use the term working out, right? I think, or I'm suggesting to you that we could use a different word. And in this community, we certainly can use a different word. And the word that we could start to use is training. And the idea is that we want to recharge the body. We want to train a skill that we get better at and that we can measure over time. And we want each individual day of training to prepare you for the rest of the day, to make you more energetic, right? More vibrant, able to go out and communicate with people and do whatever it is that you do, whether it's a career or you're a student or whatever it is, to be able to go and contribute to other people because you're actually charged up from that workout you did that morning. So I like to think of it like the body is a battery, and I'm actually adding energy to it by working out, not depleting that energy. So, but with that said, I just want to caveat off to the side that there is sometimes a reason to really push it with the training. And then if you're doing a specific competitive sport that you're trying to be really, really high level at, your training is going to look different. But what we're talking about here is that we don't just want to compete this year and win. We want to compete and win the game of life. And for many of us, that means we have decades and decades and decades ahead of us. And I don't know about you, but I, as a chiropractor, see a lot of older people who cannot move very well, who wake up with pain, who don't have full function of all sorts of different stuff. Like organs don't function as well as they should, all the way down to the musculoskeletal system doesn't function as well as it should. And if I give you advanced warning, right? If this video acts as advanced warning that, wait a minute, I have decades and decades and decades of life ahead of me, and I should be doing something on a regular basis that's making my body more powerful, more capable, more able to be all that I'm meant to be. If that's what you're doing on a daily basis, and it's adding power to the battery every day as opposed to draining it out and making you hate exercise or making it this big monster that you have to tackle, like, oh God, today I have to go out and run, but I'm going to feel like a dog afterwards. If that's where your head's at, it's never going to be a habit, or it's going to be a very reluctant habit that carries with it a lot of negative baggage. And then you have to think about the long-term consequence. What is that impact on your body if you are destroying it day after day after day as opposed to building it up? And you have to ask that question. What's the long-term outcome of building up your body day after day, in year after year, in decade after decade? For me, my goal is to be even more powerful, even more fit at 50 than I am at 29. And to most people that seems crazy, but I don't think it has to be. And in fact, there's plenty of people out there who are role models that show you that you can have incredible fitness and incredible power and incredible athleticism and incredible health all the way into your 80s, 90s, and beyond. So, my friends, I want to encourage you, when you think about movement and training, pick something you love to do. For me, I love to do kettlebells, and I love to do jitsu. And then figure out a way to train the skill so that you're doing the skill with more fluidity, more balance, more symmetry between both sides of the body, as well as more power. And if that's your focus, is to improve a skill and to add energy to the body on a daily basis and across the many, many years of your life you have to come, then you will be a very, very healthy person. You will be a unique person. Your body will be capable of things that your peers' bodies are no longer capable of. My friends, I love and appreciate you. Thanks for getting after it with me. Adapt and thrive.